Here in South End once stood a community that was vibrant, multicultural and multiracial. It was home to 12 places of worship, churches, mosques and temples, a sign of deep respect for faith in this neighborhood. But in the 1960s, after the Group Areas Act in 1950, families were forcibly removed and this area was declared a white-only zone. 73-year-old Latifa Sain recalls the tragic events that occurred that changed her family's life forever. Sain's family moved to the northern areas when she was a teenager, just before her home was destroyed in the 1960s. She says being part of this launch and being on site again brings nostalgic memories.
I feel it's mixed emotions, but I feel nostalgic. And I'm thinking back, and I would like to have had my youth back. But at least today, what came to mind was, I have a message for you. It says, bloom where you are planted. So today I'm blooming because I was planted here. So to me, it's a special occasion, really, ne? A special occasion. And I will remember this for as long as God permits me to be sane. My father is buried here in one of the grave sites there in Forest Hill Road near the airport. That grave site, my father's there. And my grandfather and all those people of those days who died here, they are buried up here. So it's a reason to come back every now and then.
The St. Peter's Rainbow Village brings a transformative and immersive experience. Tourists will get a taste of the old South End with a breathtaking view of the harbour, a restaurant and a museum that allows visitors to learn more about the history of the site.
A taste of a time when there were 10 cultures living together in amongst each other beautifully, religions not just respecting, celebrating each other. When it was Ramadan, the Christians would take food at night and various other things. So you had this wonderful, we think of Madiba asking us for a rainbow nation. 80 years before, this was a rainbow nation that had even more than he asked for. So what we're trying to give a sense of here is the happy times of St. Peter's, but importantly, how that can affect our lives, how maybe we can think, yeah, we don't have to be polarized, we're beautiful in our diversity, and can do really special things together. So that's what I want to achieve here. There are wonderful stories with the church, and we really want to reflect the old South End, the church, as a gateway to that.
Minister of Sports and Arts and Culture, Gayton McKenzie, says Gqeberha holds many buildings and hidden gems that need to be preserved. He also says this will improve the tourism sector of the city as well as its economy.
This is so significant for what we always talk about in speeches. We talk about we want to live in a socially cohesive country. But what you've seen here today is healing. It's healing. Healing. People were hurt. People were forcibly removed. But today, some of them are back here. And I want to congratulate the municipality. I want to congratulate MBDA. This is what we should be doing. We should be restoring not only buildings, but the hope and the aspirations and the hurt of people. So today, for me, what it will do for the economy, I wish only for one thing, that this building, this museum, which I call it, must be properly marketed. So people can come from different places to come here. Because the story behind this is very interesting. And that's where we're going to help as the ministry.
CEO of the Mandela Bay Development Agency, Anile Qaba, says the city of Gqeberha is under siege with dilapidated and neglected buildings that need rescuing to preserve and keep the city's heritage alive.
Part of our CBD renewal mandate, we saw it fit that we buy and invest in this property in order to preserve the heritage of those who once lived here. We did this to keep their memory alive and that their story be told to future generations. This now forms part of our heritage tourism, and the project will bring economic benefits and dive deep into our nation's diverse cultural and historical sites. Our city is under siege for long now, not by apartheid government this time around, but by the entities owned by our democratically elected government. We need assistance to rescue our city from these SOEs, destructive claws that are killing our city's heritage. And I hope that your office would be able to assist on this particular matter.
This building site is one of the many that the MBDA set out to revamp as a way to boost the economy of the city as well as keep the city's heritage intact. Reporting for MPK TV News, I am Sinayi Njudu in Gqeberha.